All right, Sawyer Stanley, thanks for joining me here today to talk a little bit about your journey as a new agent, joining the new C2 Realty Group, and kind of the success you've already found quickly, only having graduated bootcamp 6 weeks ago. So I'm excited to learn a little bit more about what kind of your secret to success is and how other people can kind of mimic what you've done in order to find similar success. So kind of just starting out, what is your background before joining C2 Realty Group?
Before joining C2, I was a general contractor, project manager, and doing some work on some homeless shelters. So always been in the housing industry.
Awesome. So how many years were you a general contractor?
6 years. So this will be my seventh.
So how do you see being a general contractor and having that really relevant experience contributing to your real estate career?
I think it's really helpful because I'm able to have intelligent discussions about homes themselves, address things that may need to be fixed, and very used to walking through homes with clients. So that's really helpful as well. Just in the last couple of weeks, seen it come into play when looking through disclosures and helping people get pricing on things that they may need to fix so that they can, adjust offer prices and things like that.
And that's huge value for a client to have a real estate agent that can identify those things, see them, and really advise on them, help them get connected to the right vendors. Huge. I've also noticed your business acumen from being a business owner before too, really understanding how the process works and how to communicate with clients. Can you kind of speak on that as well?
Yeah, I feel like that's super helpful as well, being able to just discuss the finances of things and what makes financial sense from a business perspective. And I always try to bring people back to the fact that, yes, this is emotional. Yes, this is a home, but it's also an investment. And you need to look at it through, for me, like a logical perspective and try to remove the emotions from the decisions. And that's just the way my mind works. So I feel like it has been really helpful in getting people to kind of remove that emotion standpoint from their home buying process and make good financial decisions.
Yeah, I'm sure that's additionally very, very helpful when you're talking with investors too, kind of having that financial acumen that you mentioned.
Yeah.
So when did you get your license?
I got my license, I think it was 2020. Like June or July of 2020.
Okay. So now here we are towards the end of 2023. So what did you kind of do in between that time of getting your license in 2020 and now?
As far as real estate goes, really nothing. Just kind of sat on it and then got really busy with construction and just started really leaning into that. And as I had a few projects wrapping up, put my resume on Indeed and got hit up by you and joined the team.
Yeah, we got connected quick and it was an instant connection.
Totally.
Super exciting about the partnership too. And it's been going great. So, you graduated boot camp August 16th, just 6 weeks ago. How has business been since graduating?
It's been really good. It's been surprisingly busy. The amount of leads that we get fed and the amount of go shows and things like that has been really good, really filling the pipeline and making some really good connections with future clients. Doing really well on the investment partner side, closed quite a few accounts, and I see both of those. The investment partner is really nice because it gets you that regular, steady business and income to fill the gap between some of the larger real estate transactions.
Yeah. So speaking of that big pipeline that you have going, you've already signed up 6 investment partner accounts in just only 6 weeks. So what do you think has been your primary secret to success so far? What has been really making you tick and go so quickly at all this?
I think just I'm a go-getter. I like to hustle. And so as soon as I get a lead, I'm on it, and being quick to answer the phones is a big plus. And then just having, like you said, the business experience to be able to talk to these investors about, what makes sense for them financially and express how it makes business sense to have someone manage your property to give them better peace of mind. But at the same time, I always bring up the fact that we raise the rents every year. Eventually the property management pays for itself. 2 years into it, it's basically free.
So what I heard was you having this experience already, having that business and financial acumen makes it easy for you to have these conversations. Team with that, the company has aligned values with landlords. So it really works as a 3-way partnership between you, the client, and the company that's really working well. Is that kind of good summation of all that?
100%. It's really easy to sell people on what we offer because what we offer is really, it's a good service. very high-end service, and it does make a ton of financial sense. So I don't feel like I'm selling people on something that I don't believe in.
That's huge. Really believing in what you're talking about. Huge. So in just these last 6 weeks, you finding the success, you have this huge pipeline already growing. What so far has been your favorite lead pillar to get business from?
I like the Zillow leads. For me, the Zillow Premier leads are really good because it's people who are actively searching for their homes.
Yeah.
I've built some really good connections already, even with people who, maybe are 3 or 6 months out. It's been really helpful to meet them in person. Phone calls are great, but when you get to meet someone in person and establish that connection, it's really helpful. And, actively touring the homes and getting people close to writing some offers has been really helpful. And there's quite a few of them too. And so, yeah, Zillow so far is definitely my favorite.
Awesome. And yeah, so you having your experience, being prepared, being ready when you get to those in-person meetings, and then getting a lot of opportunities is a great combination, huh?
Yeah, no, it's totally a big help.
Next, can you tell me a little bit about your experience that you had when you were in boot camp and some of your experiences now as being part of the team as well?
So as far as boot camp goes, I felt like it was extremely helpful. I was super surprised with the amount of information that we got every day. My first week felt like I downloaded a ton of experience from you and Kevin and the rest of the team. And it was also really helpful to have other new agents in there to role play with and kind of pick their brains. And I really liked the way it was set up. Also having that, once weekly boot camp following that kept everything fresh in your mind, kept you working on it, but still allows you, because a lot of us are still like making a transition. So it allows you to still handle like your day to day while maintaining the learning and keeping everything fresh in your mind. I like having the training a couple days a week because, again, it keeps you ready to go. We're learning something every week and re-emphasizing things that we've learned in the past. It's really good to have the ongoing training. And I feel like from where I started to where I am now it's hard to imagine how much information I feel like I've learned in such a short period of time.
That's awesome. Yeah, it really has been a short amount of time too. So that's great. So Sawyer, what's next for you for 2024?
2024 is going to be signing on a lot of these deals with the people I have in the pipeline now, building the pipeline even further and just hitting the ground running. I feel like this year has really been learning a lot, establishing myself, getting to meet a lot of people and add them to the pipeline. And then 2024 is going to be capitalizing on all that work I've been doing this year and this winter.
So what about hard goals for 2024? Do you have any transaction or sales volume goals set for yourself?
Yeah, I'd like to close at least one real estate transaction per month. And for the property management leads, I would like to close 15 per quarter. I feel like those are both very feasible goals and will put me at a really nice financial standpoint. Will allow me to fully transition out of the other work that I've been doing and make this more of a full-time thing for me. And I feel like we have the right training on the back end to definitely make that happen. It's just up to me to seize the day on that.
Yeah. So kind of to recap those numbers, 15 investment partners per quarter would be a total of 60 in the year. And then if you're doing one transaction per month, you're going to have 12 transactions per year at your price point, maybe an average around let's just call it 1.5 million, maybe a little bit lower, but just for round numbers, that would put you around an $18 million sales volume in your first full year in real estate. So really huge. And, with the start that you're off to now, I fully believe that's in the cards for you next year, as long as you stay committed and continue on in this path. So super excited about the success you've had so far. Super grateful to have you as part of this team. And I'm personally excited to see where you take this because I know the sky's the limit for you.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. I appreciate all of the training and welcome me to the team. And it's really nice to be a part of a team with so much experience on the back end.
Awesome. Thanks, Sawyer.